Hello friends, this is a review video of a drone which comes for 5000 rupees on Amazon. I don't want to tell you exactly which model and which company. By the way, it is lifelong and the model is Fox 860. But there are many such models available in the market. All of them are made in China. Indian companies normally rebrand it and they sell it on their name. So don't go by lifelong. Basically, it's just a Chinese drone, and of course, it is really value to money, and the build quality is okay types. Given the thing that it is costing you as little as 5000 rupees, so fantastic work. Now let me explain you how it works and for what purposes you can use it. Number one, it has brushless copper wire motors. Okay, and these fins are made up of plastic, so they won't hurt you or your furniture. Try to use it outdoors, but it is raining outside, so I cannot do it at the moment, and hence I'm demoing it over here. But it is highly recommended that you use it only outdoors, not inside your home, because I'll show you something. I used it inside the home, and this is the scratch I got. So if it goes haywire, it will scratch the paint of your wall, but not too much. As you can see, it is hardly noticeable. And I can notice it because my heart goes for the wall, but otherwise normally people won't even notice. This is because the fins are made up of plastic, so they won't hurt you or your furniture or your walls. Okay, even if it hits the pet by mistake, the pet is not going to die. It's not even getting injured. Even if you put your finger like this while the blade is running, you'll just feel hurt. You'll say, ow, what's happening? But you won't get cut. Okay, you won't even bleed. So that's a good thing about it. But of course, it should not hit the wrong parts, like it should not hit your eyes or sensitive parts of your ear. So just play cautiously. Try to use it outside. That's what I mean to say. But even if you use it inside, even if you accidentally get hurt, I don't think it's going to hurt you in any way. Okay, you'll just feel the pain and that's it. Nothing more about it. It won't even bleed you. Okay, now how does it function? So basically there is a router inside this, and that router can get connected to your mobile app, and then you can it can broadcast the images that it shoots using this camera. Over here you will see a camera. These images will come to your phone using that Wi-Fi connection. Okay, so yes, it has a camera, but the quality of the camera is not up to the mark. I don't know the megapixels, but I'm guessing it's not even 8 megapixel. Okay, so you can use it for scenic photography. If you go for a trip and you want to shoot yourself, your family, or let us say even you're riding a car in hills and you want your drone to take that shot that your car is now moving, that is a fantastic application. That is where you should be using this, because it is scenic. But if you want investigative reporting, and for that if you want to use something like that, then no, you cannot do that, because this is going to see, let us say there is a crime happening and you want to shoot it. So the thing is, number one, it makes a lot of noise, so this is not discreet, so it is going to give away your location also and you cannot do that. Second thing is, the megapixel of the camera is not so high that it can identify the number plates or all the faces. So you can shoot that, okay, such a crime happened at this location, that's okay, but you cannot with evidence you cannot prove that, okay, this person committed the crime or that car was used in the crime. So this is not for the journalists. This is for hobbyists who want to shoot themselves, their family, or maybe for weddings. Even for weddings, this is not very appropriate, because for weddings you need holding capability. It does not hold very well in the air. So you will see the shaky kind of images. The videos will be shaky, and you will easily make out that this was taken by a drone. Okay, but it works for family kind of functions or family kind of trips, but obviously this is not professional. So if you are a wedding planner or wedding shooter, then this is not for you. So this is not for professionals, this is only for hobbyists. And look at the price point, it is at 5,000 rupees on Amazon. So the price point also justifies only hobbyist kind of applications. Okay, with that being said, let me show you the working of this drone. So for working, here is the button. Okay, just press this. It doesn't look like a button, but believe me, just press it. Then this is your remote. So here also is one button, you just press this. So when it starts, both of them should get connected and the light should stop blinking and they should become steady. If this doesn't happen, like it is not happening now, then restart this and that again. It happened fortunately, but normally yeah, it takes a time, you know. I told you the quality is not very good, but for a hobbyist this is okay. Your children are going to love it if they are in 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th standard. Beyond 8th standard, I won't recommend this kind of a gift. It is too little for them to enjoy. Okay, now whenever you start it, first of all, you keep it at a place where it won't hurt the walls or it won't hurt people. Preferably you keep it outside your room. Okay, and second thing, what you do is, there is no need to bring out these antennae. It works even without that. Now first thing that you should do is click this button, which is about configuration. So when you do that, the lights flicker like this and they become steady again. So this means that the configuration is complete. Then what I'll recommend is press this button, which is to take off. This is a one key take off. Okay, so when you do that, it flies and then it stabilizes itself. Now it went a little on this side, right? But then it stabilizes there. It does not go beyond it. So it did not hit the wall or anything. And if you still feel a little afraid of it, either you press this button again so that it comes down. See, now it is centering itself. You can press this button so that it comes down, or you can use this to pull it down. So this thing pulling down means it should come down. This thing pushing up means it should go up. So let me show you, and don't push it too much. Do a little pushing like this. See, it is coming down. This is enough. And this is too much. Oops. As you can see, it hurt. It damaged a little, but it should be okay. Now this is going to happen when you fly it indoors. And when you fly it indoors, you will notice that it does not hurt the surroundings too much, because this is plastic. So at max this is going to break, but your home is not going to get damaged so much. Okay, now let me take it outside for you and let me show the rest of the things over there. But before that, let me show you how the camera works. So I'm shooting it on this side, and this is my another phone, just for demonstration purpose. So this is an app that you have. So this app has this kind of a console. Here first of all you connect to the Wi-Fi of this drone. So this drone has a router in itself, and you're going to see that this not something is going to come. So not something means that's the company's name, I believe, not maybe the original equipment manufacturer, I really don't know, but this is the name that it gives for its Wi-Fi. So I connect to that. I'll connect to that first. Okay, it's connecting. It will say it's connecting without internet, which is okay. That's what is expected. Checking the quality. Okay, don't worry, it must have connected by now. Now you click on this. You say okay, internet may not be available, connect only this time. Yeah, no problem. Let it connect. Yeah, so it got connected without internet. Okay, this is correct. This is okay for you. Now when you open this app, it opens in landscape mode by default. Don't change it. It cannot be changed also. You go to start, and here you will see the footage of this camera. Now you will notice that this camera is a little off, right? So ideally, let me show you the picture. So it should be a little like this, right? This is how it should be. So it should be a little tilted. It should be tilted like this. So I don't know what is the problem with it. This is how it came. From outside I don't see much of a problem in the camera setup, but internally probably this little camera that you see, this is not good, means inside the casing it is fitted in the wrong way. So that's what I said, the quality is mediocre, but it gets the work done. Your kids are going to love it if they are in a standard lesser than 8 standard. They are going to enjoy it, otherwise they'll also say that this is not a very good gift. Okay, now what you should do is, how do you fly it? So as I said, one key take off. Then if you want to change the camera angles, then here camera up. So I'll try to do camera up. So what is happening is this thing is moving. Okay, now I'll do camera down. Let me show both, I mean this screen as well as this to you. So when I do camera down, it takes the camera down. So what happened is it moved this camera down. Okay, I'll press it again. Do you see that happening? Now my only problem is it moves a little too much. So if you are at a huge distance, then you want it to come down very slowly. That does not happen. It happens in a step, and these are the steps. So how many maximum steps can I have? So this is the lowermost point. Okay, then let me show you. This is one, second step, third step, fourth step, fifth step, sixth step. That's it. So total 6 steps are there. So it is 90 degrees divided by 6. That is the angle of motion. I don't like this at all. It should be like very 1 degree you should be able to change. So at least 90 steps should have been there in it. It has only 6 steps. Got the idea? Only 90 degree angle of motion is there, and that too it is divided only in 6 steps. Okay, so as I told you, the quality is not up to the mark. Okay, but it gets the work done. For playing, for hobbies, it is okay. So I told you about configuration button, camera up down. This is on off button. This is one step on or off. Headless mode means many times your see, when you fly it like this, at that time your joystick, when you move it this side, it will go this side. When you move the joystick this side, it will go on that side. But when this is not facing you, the ass of that drone is not facing you, at that time it is difficult to navigate, because if it is at an angle like this, then I should know that I want to take this drone in this direction. So it's already flying in this direction, so I should be moving the joystick only a little bit in the northwest direction. So how do I decide that? So for that, it's better to just get into headless mode. So there, wherever you press the joystick, the entire drone will move in that direction. So it checks where are you, and it checks its location relative to you, that means relative to this remote. Okay, so that is good, especially if you are shooting at an angle, or maybe if you are shooting yourself. Now if you want it to move in this direction, then you just move the joystick in this direction if you are in headless mode on. Okay, so that's how it is. And finally, this is to shoot a photo or a video. So I'll show you these things when we are actually flying it. I think the rain has stopped outside, so let me go outside and show this practical to you. Okay, we have come outdoors, and the first neat thing that I want to show you is this clamp. So you can clamp your phone over here. It has a little retraction, so your camera or your phone sits very well over there. Now the feature that I want to demo is the photo or video. So when you press this button once, then it takes a photo. So I'm pressing it once now, so it will take a photo. See, it took a photo. And when I long press it, then it takes the video, or it starts shooting the video. Okay, the video has started being shot, and now when I long press it again, it will stop the video. Got it? The video quality is like this. Of course, it's not very good. I'll also attach the video quality, but it's not really very good. Now let me fly it. So this is one stop, one button, start. Okay, now to move it ahead, this joystick is going to come to my rescue. Oh, sorry, this is for moving up. The other one. Okay, so this one is to move it ahead. So how do I show it using one hand? That is really a challenge for me, but okay. So I'm moving it ahead, as you can see. I'm moving it backwards, as you can see. I'm moving it to left. Okay, I'm moving it towards the right. Okay, so this joystick comes to my rescue at that time. Now let us see how high it can fly. So for that, I need to use this thing, this joystick. I'll push it upwards so that it goes up. Okay, so it almost reaches up to fourth or fifth floor, but that is the maximum extent, because I'm now pushing this joystick, nothing is happening. Okay, and the beeping that you see is because the battery is really running low. So these are the four holes that you see. So the light in the second hole is active. That means uh, the battery is at 25% or lesser than that. You will see the normal green and red lights which will tell you where the drone is facing. Okay, and it can hold itself over. Let me look at the let me try to navigate it from here. So I'm moving it a little left. It does move towards the left. It is pretty smooth, and it goes forward also very smooth. Now it looks really smooth because you're at a distance. Now if you want to take it down, either you can use this joystick to pull it down, or you can just press this button so that it comes down. So I'm pressing the button this time. Let us see whether it comes down. So I have pressed the button. It is coming down very gradually. It's not coming down all of a sudden. So that is good about it. It did not come down all of a sudden. It did not fall from there. And now when I press the button again, it's going to rise, but only to a certain height. Okay, now I'm pulling it towards me. Okay, it's coming towards me. If you want to rotate it, then you can use this joystick leftwards or rightwards, so it will turn now. So let me pull it towards me first. Okay, now I'll show you how it turns. So it is very close to me. Now let me show you how it turns. So I'm moving this joystick. Hey, it has come down. Probably the battery has discharged, but you can take my word on this, that when you move it like this, then it turns clockwise. When you move it like this, it turns anti-clockwise. So overall, I'll once again explain to you. Power on button, this is calibration button, this is camera up, camera down, this is one key up, one key down, this is headless mode, and this is one time for photo, and long press for video. Long press again to stop the video. This joystick is this for pulling it upwards in the air. This is to bring it down towards the bottom, towards the ground. This is to turn it anti-clockwise. This is to turn it clockwise. Okay, and this joystick is to make it move in this way. So you move it forward like this, you move it backward like this, you move it left side like this, and right side like this. Okay, I hope that was helpful. Until next time, Jai Parshuram. Thank you so much for seeing the video till the end. It does mean a lot to me. Could you also please see the video description? It has index, link to the study material, and also if I've shown any products in this video, then the purchase links to those products. The comment section is open for your suggestions and also for your doubts. I always answer to the first 100 comments on every single video. If you want to support my work, here's my QR code, or my UPI ID is amit.shirasao@UPI. Until next time, this is Amit signing off. Jai Shri Ram.